There are different types of scholarships. Um, they're merit-based, need-based, student-specific, like based on talent or gender, race, religion, anything that is specific just to that student, career-specific, college-specific. So you're going to want to make sure you know what kind of scholarships you're looking for when you do some of these searches for scholarships. And there's so many out there that it can be very overwhelming. The worst thing you can do is let it overwhelm you to the point that you don't even look. So make sure you take advantage of searching for these scholarships. So where do you look? Well, we're going to put a lot of them right in front of you. We are going to send you some in your email. We're going to send them in the senior newsletter. We're going to put them on Schoology. We're going to have these things right in front of you. You just have to look at them. You can do online search engines. Bigfuture.collegeboard.org is a really great one. You can do some college research and do some scholarship research there. There are other search sites there. We really don't endorse one over another just because they all are really pretty awesome. Raise.me. RaiseMe is a fabulous, it's fairly new, but it's a really great site where you can qualify for different scholarships, little micro scholarships, just based on things that you're already doing. And the website you can go to join the River Bluff group is listed right here on the screen. The class of 2021, you guys are already rocking it. 129 of you already have your account set up, and you're already earning $3,940,689 through RaiseMe. So I think I said that number wrong. $3,940,689 through RaiseMe. So the rest of you, I don't know what you're waiting on. You need to get in there. You get micro scholarships for doing college visits, for doing webinars, for making an A in a class, for taking AP classes, anything that you're already doing. They're giving scholarships for that. And there are a lot of schools that are participating in that. So it's a really cool opportunity. The College Board Opportunity Scholarship is another one that is a great way for you to earn scholarships, micro scholarships, for things you're already doing. It takes you through that college planning process. We already have some students in this class that have earned some scholarships. I think some $500 ones. We had several students in the class of 2020 that earned scholarships through the College Board Opportunity Scholarship. So you're going to want to check that out. We've got that information in the senior information folder, in the scholarships folder. So it's an IGP section and the scholarship section of the senior information Schoology course. So make sure you're checking that out and you get signed up for that, because you're already doing these things. You might as well get rewarded for it. Other places that you're going to want to check are your places of employment. You want to check your church, civic groups, anything that you have. I mentioned the ROTC scholarships before. That's a great opportunity for anybody who knows they want to do ROTC in college. And it pays for a great deal of your college. So you really need to look into that if that's something that you're thinking about. So the top state scholarship is the Palmetto Fellows Scholarship. Those of you, I talked about the 38 students who had already met that criteria. So you were emailed a link to a Google form that you were supposed to fill out so that I could complete your application, and then also a form that you needed to sign and bring back. And a lot of you have already done that. To meet that criteria, you've got to have a 1200 on the SAT or a 27 on the ACT, earn a 3.5 GPA at the end of your junior year, or rank in the top, and rank in the top 6% at the end of your sophomore year or your junior year. Those are the students that have already been notified of who they are. Or you can still earn that by being in the top 6% at the end of the senior year. Or if you aren't in that top 6%, then you could have a 1400 on the SAT or a 32 on the ACT and earn a 4.0 at the end of your junior year or at the end of senior year. So there are different ways you can get Palmetto Fellows. it's important that we know your test scores. There are some students that when they register for the SAT or the ACT, they aren't putting our school as the school they attend, so we don't ever get a copy of your scores. If you believe you are in the top 6% at the end of sophomore or junior year, and if you have earned a 1200 on the SAT, a 27 on the ACT, or if you know you have a 4.0 and you've earned a 1400 or a 32 on the ACT, and you haven't received something from me that lets you know that you've qualified for Palmetto Fellows, you need to reach out to me and let me know so I can check to see if we've received your scores, or so I can let you know what it was that kept you from meeting that criteria. The deadlines have changed for these. It used to be really early that we had to submit this information. It was December. However, the early award deadline now is April. So even though it's pushed back a few months, I still like to get those done really quickly. And then the late award is going to be June 30th. So if you're going to try to qualify in that late award and you're going to take a test in May or June or even July, then you're going to have to send your scores. Now, I say July. Last year they allowed July SAT and ACT. This year they may not. I don't know. But you'll have to send those scores directly to the Commission on Higher Ed. And we've got their code there that you would have to put on there. We can walk you through all of that. So if you feel like you qualify or you want to qualify for that because you're close, then let's talk to your counselor and we can help you navigate that. More students get the Life Scholarship. That's of the 3 criteria. You have to meet 2 of those. You have to have a minimum GPA of a 3.0 at graduation. So that's your cumulative weighted. Not your unweighted, but your weighted GPA, 3.0, rank in the top 30th percentile. And that's at graduation. So the number of students that actually graduate, that top 30th percent. And then score at least 1100 on the SAT or a 24 on the ACT. So of those 3 criteria, you have to meet 2 of those. If you're planning to go to a 2-year school, so say you're going to Midlands Tech, Greenville Tech, Spartanburg Methodist, any of the 2-year schools, the only criteria for Life Scholarship is to have a 3.0 at graduation. So make sure you know what you have to do to meet that criteria and that you meet it. There is no application required for that because when they get your final transcript in June, the college makes that determination that you already have that test score or that GPA, and they notify you when you have received Life Scholarship. For Hope Scholarship, that's if you didn't meet 2 of the 3 criteria for the Life Scholarship, but you're going to a 4-year school, and you have that 3.0, but you don't have the other 2 criteria, that rank right criteria or the test score criteria, you can still be eligible to receive the Hope Scholarship at a 4-year school. Lottery tuition assistance is a 2-year school like Midlands Tech, Spartanburg Methodist. If you're enrolled in at least 6 credit hours, then you're eligible for lottery tuition assistance. The South Carolina Needs-Based Grant is a grant for South Carolina students that have completed the FAFSA. They're enrolled in 6 credit hours or 12 credit hours if they are full-time, if they're a full-time student. And they're the most needy students in the state. So you could receive $2,500 a year or up to $1,250 if you're part-time. But the application for that is the FAFSA. So you've got to do the FAFSA to know whether or not you qualify for that. If you are a foster care youth, then you're going to want to talk to your counselor so that we can make sure that you have all of the paperwork in line to be able to get you qualified as well. So if you are a student that's in foster care, or if you're a family that has foster care youth with you, let us help you navigate that process. Between us and the social workers, we can help you make sure that those funds are taken care of through the South Carolina Needs-Based Grant. Then there's the South Carolina Tuition Grants Program, which is different than the Needs-Based Program, but the Tuition Grants Program is there are 21 independent colleges that have said, okay, if you are coming to our school and you meet this certain academic criteria, we're going to assist with some of the cost of tuition, because typically the private schools, the independent schools, their tuition is a little higher. So you'll end up completing that application. The application for this is the FAFSA, and you'll complete the FAFSA. You'll meet the basic academic requirements that are listed at the bottom of the screen, and they will notify you of your eligibility. And that the amount varies each year because it is set by the state legislature.